Hello there, Mrs. Ehlke here. Today I'm doing art with Ella. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our channel, Ehlke Art. And today we are in the Christmas mode. Ella, tell them what you did today in your bedroom.
Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree. She did a Christmas tree. What did you do with the Christmas tree?
Put ornaments on and decorations.
Ornaments and decorations. The girls have a cute little Christmas tree in their bedroom now with ornaments and decorations, right? And Ella and Olivia put all the cute little ornaments on. And so we were inspired, of course, to make what? Ornament art. Show them your art. Awesome. We did crayon drawing, and then we used watercolor to paint our ornaments. So if you have a crayon, maybe some watercolor paints and something round to trace, get it ready, because that is what we will be using. And if you don't have watercolor, you could also use marker to color and then maybe add some water to the marker to kind of spread it around like paint. So that looks pretty cool too, okay? So have fun painting some ornaments, make your art look awesome, and maybe that will get you in the Christmas mode, all right? Sound good? If you're liking our videos, subscribe down below. We'll see you next time. For our video today, we're using some watercolor paper, something to trace that's round, some watercolor paint, and of course the water and paintbrushes. We'll also be using a crayon to draw with. We're using black, but you could really use any color. All right, so we're gonna start by tracing these small paper plates on our pictures. And I'm trying to push down kind of hard so I get a nice solid black line. And we're trying to make a nice circle on our papers. Now a bowl would work well for this, or maybe like the top of a container, like an oatmeal container or something like that would work well too. All right, so now that we have our circles, we don't need our plates anymore. Next, I'm going to make a rectangle on the top of my circle, like so. Actually, just make a line way over here too. Yep, go up and then connect those two lines, and then you're already on to the next step, is to make lines that go down like that all the way across our rectangle. You knew that, right? No? All right, then of course on the very top of our ornament we need a hook so that we can hang it on the Christmas tree. So I'm going to draw an upside down J, and then I might even bring it around like this so that it's a hook we can actually color in. So you can make it a little thicker. There you go. All right, now on our ornament we can do pretty much anything. The important thing is when I'm making lines across my ornament, instead of just making them straight across, I want them to be a little bit curved, and that way it makes my ornament look round instead of flat. So I'm going to start by making a line that goes like this across my ornament, slightly curved. Yep. Now I'm going to do another one of those farther down my ornament, slightly curved as well. Good. Now I'm going to think of just different patterns or designs that I can make going across my ornament. So one thing I could do would be maybe to make some snowflakes by making a plus sign and then an X. Yeah.
Can I do some stars?
You can do whatever patterns you'd like, Ella. It doesn't have to match mine. So think of some different patterns that you could do across your ornament. Maybe I'll make snowflakes there and add another curved line. Oh, I just broke my crayon because I was pushing so hard.
I'm not pushing anymore.
Good thing crayons still work. Another thing I could even add are just little dots. So it's really whatever you want to add to decorate your ornament. I'm pushing so hard. It is nice to get some thick lines when you do this. Maybe I'll make a curvy line. Like that. Maybe I could do the town of Bethlehem.
Hiccups.
And Ella has hiccups, I tell ya. I'm gonna do some buildings to pretend that maybe this is Bethlehem, so I'll do little windows. Something fun, Christmassy. You could do angels or snowmen going all the way across. You could really get pretty fancy with this if you wanted. And maybe on the bottom, I'll just do a zigzag line. So now you can see my entire ornament is filled with lines. And once we have all of our lines done, we'll be ready to paint. So now that we have our lines done, we're gonna go ahead and start painting. And really you can use whatever colors you want to fill in your ornament. You can make it super colorful, or you can just use a pattern of like red, green, red, green, red, green, or red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue. It doesn't really matter. We have a couple different size brushes to do the different sections. I think I'm gonna make mine pretty colorful just because that's kind of fun to do. So I'm gonna start anywhere in my picture, but I think I'm gonna go with, do some of the little town buildings from Bethlehem. And I'm just gonna go through and fill these in with whatever colors I think would look good for little buildings. I think I'm gonna use kind of some yellows and browns and oranges, things like that. So I think those would look pretty. And the thing to remember when you're working with watercolor is that if you have two sections that are right next to each other, you may have to be careful with the colors like bleeding together. So you want to make sure that if it's colors that you're worried about bleeding together, you might want to wait for the section to dry first before you add more stuff to nearby. But if these colors mix together, they're so similar, I don't mind if they're blending. Ooh, Ella's got some yellow buildings. What else are you gonna add, Ella? Oh, you forgot the window. Oh no. Can't forget that. All right, I'm actually gonna wait to do my windows because I want the buildings to dry first. So I'm not gonna paint them in yet. Now you can see I've got all my buildings painted. I'm gonna go to a different area and paint something else. So I think I'm gonna switch to blue for behind my snowflakes. And the crayon is really nice because it resists the watercolor because it's made from wax. And so you can still see it really well with the watercolor paint. Now we're just gonna jump around our ornaments and paint all kinds of fun colors. I am trying to make sure to clean my brush in between colors so that they don't get blended in or mixed up. Are you excited to get our Christmas tree up, Ella? Excited to put up the ornaments?
Because I got a ballerina one.
A ballerina ornament?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'll be so pretty. In our family, we do a new ornament every year for the kids, and they get to kind of pick something that they really like. And then They have like their own box of ornaments that they put up on the tree. Now that the kids are getting taller and taller, the ornaments are getting higher and higher, so that's kind of nice. When they were really little, all the ornaments would be way down at the bottom of the tree. Well, we're going to keep painting our ornaments, and we will show you how they're looking after we've done a little bit more to them. All right, so you can see Ella and I have added lots of color to our ornaments. Now I just want to add some yellow in the windows of my building so it looks like the lights are on. So I'm just going to do that with a little bit of yellow paint. And then the last thing that Ella and I are going to do is Ella said she wanted to do a little bit of splatter painting. So I wanted to show you guys how we do that. So we're going to take just a small flat brush. And I mean, it doesn't really matter the size. I could be using this size too if I wanted. And we're gonna get it nice and wet with water and then pick whatever color we want to splatter with. Maybe I'll do some blue. And I'm gonna get just some nice watery blue. Watery is better, so try to get kind of lots of water on your brush. And then I'm gonna take my finger like this, and I'm gonna go like this with my painting and basically paint my finger. And you can see if I do it fast enough, it'll add little splatters all around my picture. And you can do that with just one color, you can do it with lots of colors. And it's okay if some of the splatters get on your ornament too, it's kind of fun. So try not to flick it up, flick it down. If you flick it up, you'll be splattering your house or wherever you're painting, and we don't want that, do we? We want to just keep the splatter to our pictures. Notice how close I'm holding my finger to my picture. The closer I hold my finger, the less mess you'll make with the splattering. So we don't want it to get too crazy over here. So I did some blue. Now I think I'm going to add some gold to mine, since those are the colors that I use mostly in my picture. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some gold on. Maybe I'm going to use a different finger because my colors were mixing on my finger. So add some splatter with my gold. And the more watery you have your paint, the better the splatters usually are. If it's too dry, then it doesn't splatter as well. You have to kind of keep going back and getting more paint on your, and more water too on your brush. I like the splatters, that's kind of fun. Remember, put your finger right above it and go down, splatter, splatter, splatter. There you go. Get lots of water on it so that the splatters really cover it. And then you can also just add some dots too by taking your brush and just dabbing different places. Notice I hold my brush really far back just to kind of keep it a little bit more loose.
Bunch of glue.
You can test out splattering with different brushes and see which brush is your favorite, but I think that's going to be about it for us. We have some nice splatter effect and some beautiful color, of course, on our ornaments. Thank you so much for doing this project with us. If you like these videos, please hit that like button down below and subscribe to our channel for more art fun. Have an awesome day, and thanks so much for painting.